All right, guys, welcome to the footy battle. All right, guys, welcome to the footy battle. Okay. Now share it. Copy the link. Physical comments. All right, as you're joining, please like, share, and subscribe. This is the footy battle, and we've got latest updates on Alexander Isak. There has been a twist to Isak's movement. As regards the Isak movement to Liverpool, and David Oistin and Fabrizio Romano has just updated that Liverpool have made an approach to Newcastle United to sign Alexander Isak. And no formal talks, but it's been communicated. LFC prepared to pay more than the Florian Wirtz fee in the region of £120 million, a figure exclusively reviewed last month. Liverpool yet to give up on Isak, as reported in June. A formal bid could follow soon, even though Newcastle still don't wish to sell. Liverpool also appreciates Hugo Ekitike as another option in case Isak is not possible. It's quite a twisted transfer story, because earlier this morning it's been reported that Newcastle United submitted a bid for Hugo Ekitike, and just now there has been a report that the bid has been rejected because the structure with which the payment is going to be done is something Frankfurt isn't comfortable with. The bid was around £70 million, in the region of £70 million. But I think one of the things that Frankfurt isn't comfortable with is the way the money is going to be paid, and quite a number of things being made there. But for the Alexander Isak to Liverpool, there has been contact between Liverpool and Alexander Isak. Remember, earlier this week, Liverpool also try as much as possible to make contact with Mateta, as they are trying to boost their striking options up front, if you know what I mean. So it's something to look out for. But I just feel that probably it could be a decoy from Liverpool if they are going for Isak now and they they are trying as much as possible to push the deal for Isak as Newcastle is going for Ekitike. And if Newcastle, if Isak should show a strong, willingness to leave Newcastle United, it could come handy for Liverpool. That could really favor them. You understand? And according to Fabrizio Romano, he's just dropped an update again that Igor Ekitike case remains open as Newcastle sent official bid close to 80 million euros on Monday, and Frankfurt want more. Liverpool can enter the race only if Newcastle close the doors to Alexander Isak exit. So if Newcastle is so bent on not selling Alexander Isak, then probably Liverpool would be looking at having Hugo Ekitike as as one of the strikers they would really look into. But I think right from the onset for Liverpool, they've wanted they've wanted Alexander Isak right from time as the main striker. So they had preferred Alexander Isak as the main striker. Like that's what they really want to go for. And the money Liverpool is going to pay for it isn't really an issue. It's not a problem to them. But it remains to be seen how that that will go for both Liverpool and Newcastle. And of course, there has been news concerning Luis Diaz that a bid was made by Bayern Munich for Luis Diaz, which was rejected by Liverpool. I'll just try and find the story out for you guys. Uh, according to Fabrizio Romano, he says Liverpool have received 67.5 million euros official bid from FC Bayern for Luis Diaz this week, and the club has rejected the proposal. It was turned down after LFC already closed doors to approaches in June, and Luis Diaz is open to summer exit with both Bayern and Barcelona keen. Remember that Bayern Munich has just lost Jamal Musiala to injury during the Club World Cup, so they might be looking at bolstering the attack line, especially on the left flank, with a player like Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz is one player that has got so much potentials. He's got so much potentials, but occasionally he's come under criticism with the fact that he's not being clinical. It's quite wasteful with in terms of goal scoring. So, but for Bayern Munich, he's one player that is at the top of the transfer list for them. They've looked at trying as much as possible to lure Marcus Rashford, but they are quite keen on getting Luis Diaz. And for Luis Diaz, he's got just 2 years remaining on his contract. And having 2 years remaining on his contract, Liverpool has stated clearly that he is not for sale, especially an slot coming into his second season. For an slot coming into his second season, he wouldn't want a situation whereby he would be losing players to, teams like Bayern Munich, who are rivals, especially European rivals. So for Liverpool, they wouldn't. I'm not sure Liverpool would want to sell Luis Diaz, and Liverpool have also mentioned that if Luis Diaz was going to be sold at all, it's going to be in the region of 100 million euros. If you understand what I mean, it's going to be in the region of 100 million euros. As you're joining, please like, share, and subscribe. The link to join this live is in the comment section. So if you're interested in discussing the latest updates as regards transfer stories and transfer dominoes that are dropping, you can just click the link and we'll have a discussion about that. So as I was saying, as regards Luis Diaz, it's quite a dicey situation. I'm just looking at it that hopefully it doesn't turn out to be another Felipe Coutinho's situation when Felipe Coutinho would definitely want out. Luis Diaz has stated his claim that the Colombian international wants to leave Liverpool, but uh, is Bayern Munich ready to really test Liverpool's resolve with the kind of amount Liverpool is looking for? It remains to be seen. We we are still like in the mid transfer windows. There is still a lot that is going to be done as regards transfers related to Liverpool and every other club out there. But for today, I think for Liverpool transfer stories, it's coming in, you know, the the bombers are just coming in as David Oyston is reporting. Fabrizio Romano is dropping. Ben Jacobs is also, dropping. And there are also interest around Darwin Nunes as his future remains uncertain with Liverpool. There are stories around Darwin Nunes. Uh, Last week, it was reported and were informed that Napoli pulled out of that particular deal. So Simeon Inzaghi looks at Darwin Nunes as someone who could really fit into the project he is having at Al Hilal. Remember, he took over Al Hilal before the Club World Cup, and Darwin Nunes is one player that he looks that he fancies a lot as well. So we'll see how that one goes. And for Victor Osimhen, Galatasaray's third bid for Victor Osimhen has been rejected by Napoli, as the structure of the bid is not something they are quite comfortable with. And I think from all indications, Galatasaray mentioned they were going to pay 35 million euros by 2020, is it 2026 or 2027? While Napoli wants 40 million euros initial payment uh, at 2026, and they are also putting a sell-on clause on Victor Osimhen. I'm just wondering who puts a sell-on clause for a player of Osimhen's caliber. It just shows Napoli is playing, the hard ball on Osimhen, and they are making it quite difficult for suitors to come for Osimhen. But probably they are doing that majorly because they feel the Saudi Arabians could really come in towards the end of the transfer window, and they will be tempted to bring out lots of money on Victor Osimhen. He is highly valued. That's one thing about Victor Osimhen. He is highly valued, and most definitely there are quite a number of clubs that really want them to lead their attack line. But it remains a topic and a concern to why top clubs in Europe are not really making a bid for Victor Osimhen. No top club whatsoever has really went for a bid. They've just been talking around him. Oh, they fancy Osimhen. They would love Osimhen to be part of what they are building, but they haven't really made an official bid except for Galatasaray and Al Hilal, who pulled out a while back. But we could see Al Hilal also coming in because they've got lots of options. They've got Darwin Nunes, who they are looking into as well as Victor Osimhen. So quite a number of things that could really happen as regards that particular transfer. But for me, I would really love Victor Osimhen to move into a top elite club, especially perhaps into the English Premier League. But I'm not his agent, no, his manager. Exactly. they what are the they they would advise